Hi guys, I'm getting ready for ArcoNet. The new ISO is here. It's on AEG. I just made a video for Dusk. Let's install something else. So when you have the ISO, you burn it on a USB. We use MinStick. I'm thinking of the other name we can use. Etcher is another one I could recommend. But like I said, Linux Mint has been proven very good. Since forever I've been using Linux Mint, even on Linux Mint, I mean Linux Mint Stick, right? The Mint Stick in short. Have been using it on Linux Mint, have been using it on ArcoLinux, have been using it on Tergos back in the days, right? It's sturdy, it's a good thing. It just works. What else you want, right? Then you boot up. Make sure that you know if it's F8 or F2 or a delete maybe, or a shift combination of the function keys. You figure out how to be able to boot up from BIOS. And if this already is, well, Chinese, or you can't understand what I'm talking about, the ArcoLinux.com website has start here in menu. And the start here is actually all the basics you need to know to get to start with Linux, because when you buy a laptop or a desktop, it's actually not ready to become a Linux machine. So you need to go to BIOS once and then set it all correctly, and then it's off you go. Advanced installation online is the one we're going to use, right? The information is here. We're going to use this one. XFC is going to go away. Basically, we're going to create an ArcoLinux B and then a desktop, but we need internet, right? Make sure you got internet, because it's the online installation that we're explaining. Otherwise, it's just gonna be what you see. What you see is what you get. XFC and all the apps. Okay, we're gonna go for this one. Unsure what to choose here, choose grub. I made a video about Dusk just in previous video, so I'll take the system deboot now just to change things up a bit. And then it's up to you. We recommend you put everything in English, so the terms, you get to know the terms to Google later on. SADM, well, I'm skipping these guys because basically try without, right? You can always add more kernels to it, but we have already 2 kernels. So why add more kernels if you have already 2 choices? So I skip this. Drivers, we don't have those drivers. So sudo pacman, woo. Let's get our keys in, right? Set PE, sudo pacman -sy, databases are in, and then I can say remove me anything XF86 related. That's it, right? We don't have them. There's the one for VirtualBox. This has nothing to do with video input, hello grabs, so we're cool with that. But if you think you need any of these guys, you just select them, right? They're not on the ISO. SADM, it's already there. You want more themes, for example. Fine, select more. So the last one is this one, and DWM, Dusk, and ChatWM go together. It's hidden in the name, ChatWM, DWM, and here DWM, and Dusk. Well, you don't know, right? But it is a fork. So we're gonna go for DWM next. This is the selection for the Wayland guys. Packages, you just install. They will be installed. The more you select, the longer it takes, and the longer you have to wait for the reboot. Belgian, next, erase. Let's take something else. Let's take btrfs this time. No hibernate. Next. Now, when I select btrfs, I usually combine it with this particular page. Either you choose timeshift these guys, or it goes away. We scroll a little bit, you see it's unticked or unselected. That's better, right? Often I take this one. It's up to you what you decide as software extra to make backups. Basically, it's a sort of time machine from Mac. You can always go back in time and run your system before a certain app was unfunctional, it did not work anymore. So it's a choice. You either do this or do this. So often I choose the second one. Let's take the first one now. Voila. Next, and voila, btrfs. Makes sense to choose one of the two if you think I'm gonna go for btrfs. Install now. And then you can follow a little bit. It's always a Calamars on any of the Linux distros. It's always gonna be an rsync, right? It's always gonna be, let's put everything on there, bit by bit. And where is that? The bit by bit here. So have a look. Man rsync. What is this all about? Man rsync. It's basically a fast, versatile, remote and local file copying tool. So you got A, you got B, and you copy from A to B. That's it. What you see is what you get, right? So this is being copied over. Whether I want it or not, I have to start with something. It's a copy. And later on, we're gonna say remove XFC4, remove XFC4 goodies. So the desktop is away. And now we get DWM in with bits and pieces of XFCE. But you could easily make your own DWM with bits and pieces from Mate. Wouldn't recommend Plasma because it takes in too much stuff. But as usual, it's all about choices. Okay. Where do we find our information? Let's go to Brave again. Right, where do I find information about DWM? Let me guess. ArcoLinux.com? Yep. What else? Arch, Wiki, and then DWM. Okay. Read all this. Go ahead, read. It's exactly what I had to do. Follow the official website, all these links, follow the links, right? Read, read, read. Same here, phases, go for DWM. There he is. Here we have articles, 16 articles of them. Remember, YouTube, right? Do not search. My name is Eric, always easier, Eric Dubois. And do not search up here. Here, do not search here. Never search here, basically. Go to the link. This is the channel. Stop the intro video and use this search. This is the search you want. DWM. Comparing our DWM with the suckless DWM. How to change the gaps on ArcoLinux DWM. And it goes on and on and on, right? It's a lot of videos, and in playlists probably you'll find as well things. You can scroll, keep scrolling, keep scrolling, all playlists. And when you've done scrolling, Control F, DWM. And if you're luck, it's already in here. Arch Linux, Chat WM. All right, go on. Linux Mint, Chat WM. Don't think in boxes. DWM can work anywhere. Arconet, Chat WM. Let's have a look. And we have 39 videos, right? 39 videos about Chat WM, Eric. Chat WM. It's not DWM. We need to keep looking. It's part of the word, so it's a bit a pity. Maybe, I don't know if we can do this. Let's see. DWM. Sometimes he finds the playlists immediately, or here he is. Playlist, I think it is. Yep. So 24.
Yes, I had
24 videos, and they're all relevant, they're all good, right? Even though the number seems to be some time ago, yes, it is all relevant. And basically, if you're really being honest, DWM is super stable, right? Not that much changes. It's actually an application. Again, this is a little bit different. So this is maybe something I should say out loud. It's not for the beginners, right? This DWM, Chat WM, Dusk is not for the beginner. It's hard. If you want to really change things and add things and merge code inside, it's super hard. if you just want to use what we've created, that's super easy, right? If you don't want to change anything, it's going to be the most stable system for the coming years. But again, it's how much you want to invest time, or if you're a riser, if you want to change all kind of things, right? Then it's going to be hard. It's not going to be an easy desktop. None of those three guys. But it's interesting. Sure is. So have a look. Maybe it's something that you can fall in love with. Have a look at these, have a look at all the playlists, and watching a video doesn't hurt anybody, and you can decide yourself, no, this is today too complex for me. I'll revisit it in 1 year from now, right? And start with another tiling window manager. And the more tiling window managers and code you've seen, the easier it will be to figure out how does this thing work. Let's pause the video and come back to you after installation. First a full screen and pause. I guess it's time to reboot. So we got system deboot. You choose which one will I take. Do look up what is in kernel, ArchWiki kernel. Why is it there? And here we are. So screen resolution doesn't worry me. I mean, I know what to do, right? You just go for the output and resolution and blah blah blah, like this. Save, done. And if you want to keep it for next time around, save as. It's gonna go in a folder with my name. I'm gonna launch eric.sh somehow so that this is all the way big. My key bindings, they're there for you, right? Super C, they're gone for me. I don't want them. I know my keyboards, my keyboard shortcuts. So we are on DWM. You have to learn, have to go for the code. Basic things are Ctrl-Alt-T, Super Q, Super Enter, Super Shift Q, Super D, choose, type, Firefox, Enter, Escape, Super X, log out, and so on, right? Super Shift D, this one, and Super X, Super Shift X is another alternative. So if this one is broken, you take Super Shift X. If this one is broken, you take Super X, right? Two ways to log out. We're certain to be able to reboot, log out, and stuff like that. For the rest, it's all about desktops. You have to learn how it all works. So if I put something in here, FF is something we can type if we got the application, right? So I leave it open for you guys. What thing will I use to report on what system I have? There, NeoFetch there still works quite well, but let's do this again. Voila. So choose. There are many things to do. If you take a look at the aliases, have a look there. The bash RC or NB, Ctrl-T, N nano, bash, NB. There are a lot of things at the end you can do. Fast fetch here, NeoFetch, screen fetch, ALCI fetch, etc. I mean, we just got rid of NeoFetch and it's up to you to decide what you do. This is our version-like terminal that pops up and you're in control. Put everything, whatever you like in there to put up. And anything else I should mention? I don't think so. You have the internet here, the wallpaper here, sound is there. No, can't think about the most important thing. I want to end with this one. This is a great tool, but I don't know if people know that there are so many choices in colors, right? There's so many choices, and maybe I should tell that again. The breeze blur, maybe save settings, escape, Super X, and it's gonna be a little bit different, right? The blur is when you go over it, it's alive. And not only is this thing alive, but there are always people, and I'm one of them, that the icon size is maybe not big enough, the font size is maybe not big enough. It can be changed, right? So if the eyesight like mine is going down the drain, this I can read. Okay, have fun with ArcoLinux, have fun with DWM. Again, guys, not for the beginners, but watching videos cannot hurt, right? But don't get frustrated and leave Linux because of it. ChatWM, DWM, Dusk are, well, difficult. Simple as that. Complex and difficult. All right, cheers.